can do whatever you want.
You do whatever you want. If you just
We'll
want to
like lay on
question.
the table.
Oh, that'd be better, yeah.
What was the question again?
Why did you like Dante Basco?
Oh, why was Zuko super special? Because of just because of his character arc was so amazing, and probably because we got to play him for so long. It was like we did it over like 4 or 5 years, something like that. And you really get to see that character change from someone you thought was a bad guy to actually all the good in him, and his really, his journey to regain his honor and his full circle journey. Just an amazing, amazing character, and to see him grow up during that time. All that was just really surprised me as I was doing it, and so it's just a special character in that way. Question, yeah, right in the hat. What's your name? Brandy.
What's it like after you do the voice, but then you watch the show, what's it like seeing yourself, see the character actually doing what you voice? Is that weird for you?
Yeah, it's weird. I usually don't, it takes so many years to see the characters do their thing. Usually at least a year, usually, close to a year. So you're actually enough removed that it's kind of like you're able to just watch it like an audience member, just like check it out. Sometimes, like I'll wake up during these like holiday weekends when they're doing an Avatar marathon or something like that, and you turn on Nickelodeon and like all the episodes are playing. That kind of trips you out because then you're like, oh shit, that's me. And then you're like, I don't have any memory of saying any of these words. Question right here with the yellow thing. What's your name?
Chrissy.
Hey, Chrissy.
Out of all the roles you've played, what is your favorite, and what is your favorite line out of all the lines you've ever said?
It's too many. There's so many roles. Zuko, of course, Rufio and Zuko stand out as very favorite roles because obviously they've become iconic in one generation and then iconic in this generation. And then there's so many lines like,
Bangarang, man.
Bangarang,
No,
looky, I got hooky. Zuko here. There's so many different ones. It's just, all those kind of come to mind. Question right here in the front. What's up, man?
Okay.
What's your name?
Ryan.
What else?
So, when you were growing up, is there anyone you really looked like was inspired by, and have you gotten to work with them or meet up with them?
Yeah, growing up, I studied acting for 20 years straight. All right, so love acting. Me and my family, we just studied acting. We're actors, and that's what a lot of people want to get things. Don't understand exactly how much work it takes to kind of get good at something. It takes a lot of time. But in studying those acting, I found that the lineage of actors that you want to be connected to are like Dustin Hoffman is in that lineage, and being able to work with him is amazing. So it's like Dustin Hoffman and Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, James Dean, Marlon Brando, Montgomery Clift, Clark Gable. The line goes like this of the kind of characters and the kind of actors you want to work with. So those are the guys. What's up? Jose,
yeah.
I know you.
Yeah, you do the movie Blood and Bone.
Blood and Bone. Anyone see Blood and Bone? Yeah? It's like a fight movie, and I play this pimp ass manager. And his name's Pinball, and I cuss a lot.
Yeah. Can you do that? Remember when you introduce the?
Yeah, I can't even say that because I swear so much. I even say like the N word. I say all kinds of stuff.
The cussing back.
The other stuff, I don't know. I say knuckle up. That part.
Yeah, this is the corner right there of Michael White, Bone.
I don't even remember all of it. I just remember I cuss a lot. And then they were just like, go ahead, man, say whatever you want to say. And I was like, fuck it. I was still like real kind of hood crazy. Another question. In the blue hair, what's your name? I'm going to take this off for a second because I feel a little bit weird.
My name's Dannon.
What is it?
Dannon.
Dannon? Hey, Dannon.
I know you like to travel a lot. Have you ever been to Savannah, Georgia?
I've never been to Georgia ever.
You love Savannah.
I need to get to Georgia. I might go to Atlanta sometime soon. Hot Atlanta.
My friend, he will say an open mic.
Yeah?
You should come to poetry at one of our local coffee shops.
Oh yeah, if I ever get to Savannah, I should do some poetry.
I'll show you there.
I can do some poetry today. Question in the yellow afro. What's up?
Okay, hi, my name is Udeme.
I'm not even gonna try to say that back, but it sounded nice.
What are your top 3 favorite animes?
Animes. Well, it depends. So old school stuff, right? Like I grew up on Robotech. Like Robotech was my shit. And then like, I'm like older, so just the classic stuff. Ninja Scroll is like, I love Ninja Scroll. I don't know. Cowboy Bebop is always cool. Stuff like that. Stuff like that. Who in the back? Man, I see Rufio right there with the gangster horns. Definitely, I have to.
What does it even mean to bangarang?
What does it even mean to bangarang?
It's when you shape a banana like a boomerang.
I think, yeah, I don't even know what that's a good question. To bangarang or to not bangarang? You know what it is? It's just bangarang. I can't even, you stumped me, Rufio. God damn it, Rufio. It works whenever you're excited. Whenever you're excited, you can bangarang. One guy told me he did it during sex. And I was like, dang, really? He's like, she appreciated it. I'm like, all right, rock and roll. Yes, you right there with your hand up, brunette. Yeah, you. Yeah, what's your name?
Amber.
Amber?
Yes.
What's up?
It's a really good question. What's up? Would you rather have a air bison, a polar dog, or a dragon?
Dragon.
I love Appa, you know. Because Appa can fly, but so can dragons. I gotta go with dragon because the dragon can fly and he has freaking fire. Go dragons. Question. In the yellow with the hook, VHS. What's your name?
Alexia.
Hey, Alexia.
I really just wanted to hear you say my name.
Hey, Alexia.
Earlier, I didn't make it into the thing. Like, I actually handed this off to a random person to get you to sign.
And I got it. We got it done?
Yeah, you got it.
We got her done.
Oh, I need a picture of you later.
Alright, catch me over here. Thank you, Alexia. Snake Eyes. What's up? How's it going?
Recite a poem for the ladies out here.
Recite a poem. Okay, yeah. Let's recite a poem. We'll just do a poem. Now you put me on. Snake Eyes, you put me on the spot. Here's a poem. We'll just do a poem. This is just a poem about me. Right? It goes like this. Thoughts from around my mind, thoughts from around my mind. Now ask yourself, who's this kid that stands before me? Hope he doesn't bore me. Quick, stick him in another category. Well, he really doesn't fit in any. Brown like a copper penny, yet with Asiatic eyes. I see to my surprise, he's got a black nose. But on the real, I am a Filipino. And to break it down for the still, I will tell you I descend from an island where the natives run around nearly naked, named Negritos. Translation: little black men, black as the shadows in the glorious sun, but they came a Chinaman, maybe it was Japan who mixed in the Asiatic blood. Drip, drop, drip, rips my tribal. Here comes the Bible of a man from Spain who left me with a Spanish name from a little conquered island is from where I came. Confused, I question, yet I wound up here where I found joy. Recognize I am a brown boy in America, a place where you are judged by the color of your skin, black, white, and here I am standing on the land of another brown man. Now that's irony that I can see. Thoughts from around my mind, you got to give me time on this. Thoughts from around my mind, but my grandpop says just throw your line and fish. Thank you. Questions, green hoodie in the back. What's your name, man? Zach. You're a good boyfriend. We'll do that. Yes, you. Yeah, you. Yeah. Yeah. What's your name?
Bianca.
Bianca. I knew that.
Hey, boo. How you doing?
Hey, boo. What's up, B? What up?
First of all, you gonna copy that?
I can holler at you.
JK, are you ever going to like publish a poetry book?
I did publish a book and then it sold out, so I gotta get it reprinted. My bad. People are like, they hit me on my WordPress blog all the time, like, when is it? I gotta get that redone. But then I'm holding off because I'm writing new stuff and I'm touring with some new stuff. So I'm gonna reprint the first one and then probably do another one.
And then,
Yes.
are you gonna tour? Are you gonna come here?
Maybe I should come down here and do some poems for y'all. I'll do that. I come to Florida. I'll come down to Dirty. Yeah, see, you're smart with the Pikachu. Let's roll with it. My eye goes to the Pikachu. What's your name? Travis, what's up? I have not cosplayed yet. I'm gonna get down on one, but I'm nervous because of people that are so friggin' good, and then you show up janky, and they're like, "What are you doing?" So I'm gonna cosplay some stuff. I have some ideas. I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna do any characters that I've done. That's too crazy.
Okay.
But maybe I'm gonna do some Homestuck. I did a Homestuck song called "Geeking Out," and I'm gonna do a video for it. So I'm gonna do some funky things. Yeah, with the mask. What's up?
In the amateur show, all the different places that Aang and them went to, which one would you want to go to?
The Fire Nation. That's where I need to go.
What part of the Fire Nation?
It's a good question. Oh, well, yeah, that was a great episode. That was just kind of like a place to hang out and relax. No, I don't have to revisit to really give a specific answer. But the whole world's so great. I don't know. Question. Let's get right with the purple hat and the blue thing and what's your name? Natalie. Hi.
I wanted to know, is there any type of role you always wanted to play, but because it was an archetype or something, you didn't play it?
No, I got to play, there's some roles there's one role that I'm really trying to chase right now with my company. It's a biopic, but I can't talk about it because we can't lock it down at the moment. But there's certain things that I want to do. I don't know, you're an actor, you're like everything tastes good or is juicy. But, something, I don't know, every guy wants to probably do like some kind of James Bondish kind of hero, Mission Impossible, something freaking crazy, Born Identity. To travel around the world and save the world and, hang out with hot chicks and have cool cars, like that's cool. Question. With the thing in the back. Yeah, you with the black. In the black. No, right there. Yeah, the girl.
I see that you're wearing a My Little Pony shirt. Is that something that you're interested in?
Yeah. This is a Rufio pony. He's I like the whole thing about it. Like people were like hitting me like, you gotta watch My Little Pony. So I watched some episodes and I dug it. And I dig more just the idea of like guys could wear like My Little Pony. Like I dig that. I dig part of this whole thing about like fandoms and art. I just love clashing of norms and what people think you can and can't do. So like when the bronies things start happening, I was like, I support that like 110% for sure. So I'm into it. Question. Yes, with the big cane and the purple funkiness. Cool. What's your name? Tina.
So I know this book, movie that I watch like 20,000 times every year. You never fly. So if you had one, what would have been your happy thought?
I don't know. That's it's such a deep question. But I can tell you that so these guys wrote the prequel to Hook, right? And it's the Rufio story. And it's awesome. So there's this movie, right? That these guys, they wrote and they did this thing and they did it in college at Skidmore College, and it was like the most popular thing. They were school play ever in their university that ever did. And so when they came to LA, oh shit. And then when they came to LA, they somehow found me, right? And then so they gave me this script. And I'm like, God, you guys, I played the role. Do you understand? This is not how Hollywood works. You like, if I had a Luke Skywalker movie, I don't go to Mark Hamill. You gotta go to, George Lucas. But what happened was I got the script, and then I loved the project, and I attached the director, and we're shopping it around, and it talks about the whole thing of how Rufio got to Neverland, how he became the leader of the Lost Boys, how he got the Tri-Hawk. Like, it's all in this script. It's crazy. And so his happy thought would be his father, for sure. Question right here with the white shirt, waving your hand. Is that Sailor Moon? What is that? Wait, yeah, you. Do I ship anyone? I mean, I ship Katara, but Korra. I you know what? Korra. I don't want to ship them, but I like Korra, and Bolin's like my dude. So, but it's not. I understand, and maybe I'm just arbitrary because maybe I should just go with what's canon, but I just can't do it. Question. You with the green thing in your hand? Yes, you.
Hi, I'm Crystal.
Hi, Crystal.
My mother is Filipino, so I grew up.
So's mine.
I remember getting these Filipino Today magazines, and you were on the cover of one once, if I remember correctly. You had a feature article. How do you deal with the pressure of being one of the most recognized Filipino Americans? And if you have gone to the Philippines, do they recognize you there like they do here?
Good question. The pressure thing, there is a little bit of, not pressure, but it's always been, just for Filipinos and just for Asian Americans in general, it's just because there's not many of us that are successful in a recognizable way, that there's always a little bit of pressure of having to kind of fulfill, be cool, always be good or whatnot. I mean, whatever. I do my best as I can. So there's a little bit of pressure. I don't see it as pressure. I just see it as something to live up to, which is not bad. And then when I go to the Philippines, I have gone to the Philippines. I go quite often, at least once a year or once every other year. And I did a film out there. And then I just produced a docu-series called the Basco Project, which is I flew all my brothers and sisters and my parents back to the Philippines for the first time. And we documented it all about, it seems like a Filipino story, but it's really an American story because Americans, outside Native Americans, were all from somewhere else. And so there comes a time in life where you got to go back to where you're from and you really get to see where you're from. And it's crazy. It was a crazy cathartic experience. But when I'm there, it's very, they do recognize me. And as they call me the Filam, which is the Filipino American. Everyone knows, a lot of people know who I am and are very proud of me. That's the biggest thing. It's when I go to the Philippines, it's the person in the street that comes up, outside of just not really fangirling, they just kind of are this really, really prideful of me and the things I've done and being thankful that somehow I've made them part of Hollywood or made us part of Hollywood. So it's something that I'm proud of too. Question, you with the hat. Yeah, what's your name?
Hi, my name's Canamia.
What? Canamia? Tanamia. What up?
The first time you did the voice over musical, what was like seeing your voice as this incredible character that everybody introduced before?
I didn't really even see it for a while. I did the first few seasons and didn't even watch any episodes. It wasn't until I was doing Take the Lead, and one of the characters, younger than me, that were playing high school together, right? Brandon Adams, the bigger dude in the movie, and he found out I was leaving the set to do Avatar: The Last Airbender. He's like, "You're doing what?" I'm like, "Avatar, this cartoon for Nickelodeon? It's called Avatar: The Last Airbender." He goes, "That's my And I'm like, "Really?" Because he's 21, 22. He's like, "Man, that's my show. I watch it all the time." I'm like, "You watch this show?" He's like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Who are you?" I'm like, "I'm Prince Zuko." And he's like, "What the?" So I started feeling through him how big the show was really gotten or was getting at the time. It was only the middle of the second season or something like that at the time. So yeah, so by the time I actually saw it, It was like, I was already done with like most of the show. Question. You, go ahead, what's your name? Liz.
What, I don't mean to like embarrass you or anything, but have you ever made any really like, in the beginning of your career, have you ever made any like kind of foolish mistakes?
Not crazy foolish. I mean, there's always things you can do as an actor as you look in your career. Cause like I've been an actor for 27 years, which is crazy, right? That sounds crazy. I don't know, it's older, it's probably longer than most people in this room have been alive. And so when you look at your career in that span, there's a lot of things you might have wished you'd done differently. There's certain things that you kind of passed on, or there's certain places but this is the deal. When you're an actor for like a decade, 2 decades in LA, everyone has their own true Hollywood story. And so, there's a lot of mistakes we make as far as just handling, not even just as actors, but handling your lifestyle as an actor in Hollywood. Things that you could have done right or wrong. Agents, managers, acting schools, friends. Like, there's so many things like that it's hard to even get your mind around. Thank you. Yeah.
Hi, my name's Brianna.
Yes, Brianna.
And I was wondering, since you're a poet, who your favorite poets are.
My favorite poets are Charles Bukowski, Dr. Seuss is the joint. Sheehan, one of my partners in LA. There's Bosia. There's Shakespeare. He's not bad. Next question. In the aisle right here.
Quick question. I'm not sure if someone already asked. Towards the end of the avatar, Zuko says, I'm going to ask you one question. Where's my mother? What happens to her mother?
Oh yeah, someone did ask it, but the mother, we're finding out right now in the comic book, The Search. So if you go and get the comics, they're called The Search. There's going to be 3 released, and so we're in the second one right now. So they're finding out she got banished, and then we're going to see what happened. There's like a whole thing. There's like this affair going on. It's weird. Question with the sword.
Devereaux.
What's up, Devereaux?
Yep.
That's cool. That's smooth.
Manny Pacquiao challenged you to a fight. Would you accept it?
I would lose, but if I would defend my honor. But if we were getting paid millions of dollars, let's do it. He's like this tall, but when he hits you, you're gonna be hurt. In the Vader match, is that Vader? Yeah.
When you were reading a script for a book, what was your reaction to reading the scene where Rufio died? And what was it like playing that?
Okay, so that scene, the crazy thing about that scene, so that scene wasn't in the original script, right? Like all this stuff, there's like all this stuff that went on, and it's so many years ago, but we're being filmed, they like in tropes. I don't know what happened. So this happened. Basically, I'll just let you guys know on this secret. So Rufio wasn't supposed to die, right? So this is what happened. There was going to be this series, I think on Fox, called The Lost Boys, right? And so they were like creating this series called The Lost Boys, and then we were all supposed to sign contracts to do this television show. The contracts were horrible. Like, because we were kids, it was really bad. And again, this may be one of the regret things, right? Or maybe not, who knows? But so, I didn't sign the contract, because my manager was like, dude, this contract's horrible, right? And so we're like, well, let's not sign the contract. And then I didn't sign the contract, and then I died. So it's like, when it comes so abruptly, it's like, it's shocking, but I think I don't know with Steven, I don't know how they would look at it now, but it was part of that. It was like the series, I don't know, I didn't sign on to do the series. But then ironically, that death made the character like way more memorable in this crazy way. And so things happen the way they happen. But when I first read the things that I was dying, like the rewrites of the script, I was like, oh my God, that's crazy. Because we were gonna shoot another ending where I came back and I got the sword and we became the real world. There was like that ending too. There was all these different endings. But we're gonna wrap it up. We got like one more question. One more question. And that is with the lady with the flowers in the hair. Yes. Hey, Abby. I would always and forever rip the Fire Nation. Thank you guys for hanging out so much. Have a great con, you guys.